Hi there, my name's Tony Filippo. I'm the owner here with the Filippo agencies in St. Louis and Kansas City. I'm excited to have a few minutes to talk with you, maybe 15, 20 minutes at the most, to discuss kind of a little bit of my history, a little bit of agency, a little bit about the company, and the career opportunity I feel like we have. So that said, let's go ahead and get started. Time is our greatest commodity, so I don't want to waste any of it. First things first, a little bit about myself. I am 19 years with the company, be 20 years here coming up. I started as a rep and worked my way up. Now, before I got here, I was in retail, specifically Dillard's department store. I did 3 years at Dillard's, and the reason I was there is they had an assistant store manager program in place, and I've always had an advancement and promotion mindset. So that sounded pretty good for me. Came on board, did everything I was asked, and then some. 3 years goes by, assistant store manager position finally comes available. I'm told to apply for it, so I do. Get to the team meeting. They start the team meeting. First thing out of the general manager's mouth is, "Hey, I want to introduce our new assistant store manager. Please, everybody, welcome, not Tony, Nicole, actually." So I got through that meeting and then had the meeting after the meeting. In that meeting, we found out that Miss Nicole hadn't been there but about a year and a half, and nowhere close to the same numbers. So how in the world did somebody with less experience and less overall value to the organization get not earn that promotion? Well, it turned out that she was the niece of the general manager. Nepotism at its finest. And so that was not my last physical day at Dillard's, but it was definitely my last mental day. Checked out, went looking, had enough really bad jobs, just over brokes, that I kind of knew what I was looking for in a career. And that came down to three things. I wanted advancement. I wanted to be able to know I could move up based on what I did, not on who I knew, or really even if they liked me, but what my results were. So I wanted advancement. I wanted to be able to have a pathway to retirement. I wanted to know that there was a way that I could retire and spend the last 20 years of my life on a warm beach with a cold drink, not in my conference room or an office. And then last thing I was looking for was emotional satisfaction. I wanted to enjoy it. I wanted to like it. Now, I didn't have to like it every single day because it is work, but I shouldn't feel like I have to hate it every single day. And for me, helping people is where I get emotional satisfaction. So, um, lot of interviews, a lot of different companies, a lot of different industries. I found a home here with Globe and Liberty. Why? Because all three of those things were on my career path and they continue to be. So started as a rep, came on board, like I said, worked my way up now to one of the agency owners in the company. And really nothing particularly special about me. I call it the three A's. You have them, I have them, everybody has them. It's really what I look for. A number one is activity. This is work ethic. You will beat half the people in life for whatever you're competing for if you just show up every day consistently. Sad but true. Second A is aptitude. This is the ability to learn what people are trying to teach you and then apply it. I call this the I don't know better than you A. And then the last A is attitude. This really comes into play in conversation. I've learned that if I go into my conversations with a positive attitude, most of the time I have positive conversations. And what comes from positive conversations? Good and positive things. So just making sure that I have a positive attitude as I go into these conversations in my day-to-day life, that's made a huge difference. You're really the thermostat as you go into a conversation with somebody. You dictate how that conversation is going to go. If you go in at 95 degrees, are you really surprised that you just had a heated conversation with that person? Same thing if you're 60 degrees and you go into it all cold. Are you surprised why you're having a cold, non-productive conversation? So the reality is you got to have that positive attitude and live in the conversation that you're in. So those are the three A's. That's really what got me in this chair. Again, started as a rep, worked my way up. I don't say that to be boastful. There's a fine line between arrogance and confidence. I say that because I know it makes me a better leader for my agencies because I can make this statement with truth. There's no position in this company that I haven't held to the point of promotion, which means there's nothing I ask people to do in my agencies I haven't done myself. If you're going to have a leader, they need to have been where you're trying to go, or how in the world are they going to actually get you there? So that's a little history on myself. Like to talk just briefly about the agency. So like I said, we are based in St. Louis as well as Kansas City. We work in Kansas, Missouri, Illinois, Kentucky. And really, for me, our focus is employee benefits. We work with companies. We don't really do a lot with the individuals. Um, we predominantly work daytime, Monday through Friday, because that's when businesses are there for us to talk to, and that's when employees are there for us to enroll. Our agency is a top 10 agency in this company last year. We're also in the top 10 again this year, and we've been selected a President's Council agency, which means we do report to the CEO and we have influence in the development and growth of this company. And that's directly tied to the efforts of the leadership and the people in this agency. They've done a tremendous job, and we put in place some parameters for training that I think have really helped us grow. You can't do something if you're not trained on it. And to me, it's a very, very important piece of what we do. So it's a little bit about myself, a little bit about the agency. Like to dive in here and share my screen, talk a little bit about the company. All right. So just a few pictures there. I definitely believe in culture and team chemistry. So I'll talk a little bit more about that here in a few minutes. So first things first, company overview. That's kind of where we are now. Going to go through some information about the company. After that, there'll be a little survey that pops up as you exit. If you fill that out, you're expressing interest in being reached out to and considered for that last step, which would be a final one-on-one. The two of us or one of my senior managers, where we'll be able to answer any direct questions that you have and give you any further clarity that you need on any information from today. Take some notes, write your questions down. Please bring them if we get to that step. The dullest pencil remembers more than the sharpest mind. All right, talk a little bit about the company. Founded in 1900, 123 years old. You don't stay in business that long unless you take care of your people and your clients. 49 states, including DC. 42.3 billion of in-force premium. 57 agencies across the country. We're looking to expand even more than that this year. So the company itself, 222 billion of in-force premium with Globe Life. Globe Life issues more ordinary life insurance policies every year than any other company, and we have more policyholders than any other company in the country. Simply put, you can't get better than number one, and that's really who we are. Globe Life is another great investment option for people. It is an S&P 500 index stock. Why are we such a good investment? Well, here's our revenues. We're a growth company. We've grown year over year over year. Our largest investor, really of note, is Berkshire Hathaway, so Mr. Warren Buffett. Again, very good return on our investment because our company has growth. If you're going to work with or be insured by a company, make sure they're highly rated, reputable, and reviewed. We're all of those things. So here's our ratings. We're an A rating with AM Best. That's kind of like the Consumer Reports of our industry. A+ with Fitch, A1 with Moody's, AA with the S&P, and we've been on Ward's top 50 list every year since 1995. And last year, J.D. Power ranked us #2 overall in customer satisfaction. Now, as far as reviews, right now we're a 5-star rated agency. If you were to Google my agency in particular, and we're actually over about 700 reviews now. Why that's important is because if you got 5 stars, that's great. But if you got 5 stars on 5 reviews, that just means you got 5 family members that care about you enough to leave you 5 stars. When you get over 500 reviews, now you have a legitimate, I would say, pool of individuals that you actually worked with and giving you a true reflection of what that company is about. And for us, customer service is paramount. We want to take care of our clients and we want to take care of our people. You do that and you actually get to keep them both. So corporate's based out of Dallas. No bigger brands in Dallas than the Texas Rangers, the Dallas Cowboys, and FC Dallas. We actually do benefits for all 3 of those organizations, and we have the naming rights to Globe Life Field. Now, we just brought on the Atlanta Braves as well. This is great. I'll be even happier when we get the Cardinals, the Royals, and the Chiefs. I'd be a happy man. All right, what is it that we do? So we provide benefits to the employees at the job site. We want to work with those employees to be able to protect them and their families. Provide that protection. and that protects their financial futures if something and when something happens. Our benefits are unique and affordable and portable. We work with those small businesses and medium-sized businesses with these benefits. It helps them attract and retain good employees, and everybody wins in that situation. So how do we do this? Well, we're going to provide you some technology. First thing is Salesforce. It's an app that goes on your phone, it goes on your laptop. It lets you digitally receive the leads that I pay for on a weekly basis for you. It lets you also look at your clients' information right there in the palm of your hand. So you've got everything you need digitally in your phone and on your laptop. I am going to provide you leads, like I said, on a weekly basis. I pay for these and provide them to you. We take you through the process of how we run those in the training process. We then show you how to gain referrals. Love referrals. That's the best lead you can get. You only get those if you do good business with somebody. And so for us, it's, again, very important that we take care of our clients and we take care of our people. Training. I started off talking about how important this is to me. It is so crucial to somebody's success coming in the industry. I know that most of the time people are coming into this industry and they don't have much history in it. So how well we train you is really a barometer of how well you're going to do in the business. So I want to make sure we're giving you all the tools necessary to do everything you want in this industry and be able to advance. So starting with classroom training. Week 1 is classroom training. Verbiage, what do I say? How do I say it? When do I say it? Product, what does it do? What does it not do? And tech. So week 1, we focus on that. Then weeks 2, 3, 4, however long it takes until you're comfortable and we're comfortable, we're going to take you in the field and we're going to work with you arm in arm with a supervisor or a manager. And we're going to show you how we talk to these business owners, how we enroll the employees. We're going to work with you until we can get you to full participation, which means you're able to do everything in front of us. Once we can see that, we'll have a release meeting and we'll let you go be able to talk to those business owners on your own. But not until that point, again, where you feel comfortable and we feel comfortable. Online training 24/7. You can always get better here. We've got Google Drive full of documents and videos that you can access. And then we have live training in the agency every Monday and every Friday. So we get you all trained up, we go out, we close our first business. It's got 10 employees, pretty typical. Average participation for us is about 60%. So we're going to see about 6 of those employees take an employee care plan from us. They're going to spend about $50 a month or roughly $12 a week. That's kind of our average. So for the year, that means they're going to pay about $600. So on that 10 employee company with those 6 participants, we have about $3,600 that will come in for the year. What does that translate to you in your pocket? Well, those 6 $50 employee care plans will turn into $836 in advance, $573 in a bonus. So $1,400 will hit your checking account on those 6 $50 employee care plans. Let me look at this on an annual basis instead of just on a weekly basis. And I'm going to look at it by the contract level in my agencies. So starting with an agent. Career agent first year, 40 to 50,000 in my agencies. That's realistic. Supervisor, would love to see 2 or 3 more supervisors by really the end of first quarter next year. We grow with leadership. And so first year supervisor, you're looking at about 80 to 90, somewhere in there. And then first year agency director, or what I look at really like my partners, agency director first year is going to be 100 to 120 right in there. And then regional agency director, this is like a right-hand person to me, somebody that we're preparing to become an agency owner. We have an individual in our office that fits this role. They'll bring in, this year, they'll bring in about 450,000, but first year is closer to about 200,000 right in there. So last is agency owner. For me, I look at my role as one of development of future agency owners. When I retire, my success is not based on the size of my bank account. That is individual selfish success. My success defined as an agency owner or leader in this company will come from how many other people did I pull up to my level or have a part in pulling them up to my level. If you are a leader and you don't pull people up to your level, you're not much of a leader. You're more like a maintainer. So I want to be able to look back and know that there's been a history of successful promotions to agency owner through our agencies. Number one financial reason people get into this business is actually residual income. Residual income is very unique in the insurance field. It's really just us in the entertainment industry. You think about your favorite old school show, Friends, Seinfeld, something like that. They haven't run it in 20 plus years, but every time they run an episode, all of those actors get paid again. It's called a royalty. Well, insurance, it's called a renewal. So you think of your car insurance, you've paid it every month for the last 36 months. Unless this person is a family member or friend, or you're just exceptionally unlucky as a driver, you've talked to this agent somewhere between 0 and 2 times, but you paid your car insurance 36 times. Did you know that with every one of your payments, they have taken a percentage and put it in their bank account? That's called renewal. Now you're going to pay another 20 years on your car insurance. In your world, that's 240 payments. In your agent's world, that's 240 paychecks. That's the power of residual income. So what you see here is every month when they're making that payment, you continue to earn income with every one of those payments. And so we also add in a vesting schedule over 10 years. So while you're with me, you get 100% of your renewal, but you vest at 10% per year in that renewal as well. What does that mean? That means that you give me 5 years and then you win the lottery and you go buy an island. Don't forget about me. I like islands. I'm still going to keep paying you. So you gave me 5 years, you're 50% vested. Your renewal at that point is $6,800. That means that next month, you're going to get a check for $3,400, 50% of that, because you're 50% vested. The next month, the same thing. The next month, the same thing. At 10 years, you're 100% vested. So this is why there's more $100,000 earners in the insurance field than any other financial field. What kind of people do we look for? Strong passion for helping others. You can't be selfish. You got to be selfless. Help enough people in life get what they need, and you can have what you want. Coachable with an emphasis on listening. You got 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. You should do twice as much listening as you do talking. We learn when we listen. We educate when we speak. High integrity. Don't lie to people. Like I said, just if you're honest with your clients in the field and your people in leadership, you get to keep them both. Self-worth, you must value your time. Time is our greatest commodity. Work hard, play hard, basically average a couple sales per week. Do that for the year. It's prorated, so you're not ahead or behind. We're going to send you and a guest hotel, airfare, meals paid for, and we're just going to go celebrate and have a good time. Work hard, play hard, give back. If you're blessed, be a blessing. I give my time and my money to a charity called Make Tomorrow Better. They work with underprivileged kiddos, abused women, veterans, and homeless. It is affiliated with Globe Life. And again, I feel like if you're in a position in your life where you're taken care of and you can help others, then I feel like that's something that you should do. That's something I do. And this company has put me in that position and given me the ability to do that and give back. All right, what does it take to be in the business? First of all, you got to hold a license. Few steps with that. You got to study, pass the test, and apply. We do have a scholarship program in place to help you with all of that. Smartphone or laptop. I need some place to send your digital leads and for you to be able to access your client information. Willingness to embrace our culture. So if I was to define the culture of the agency, our agency is full of individuals with a high degree of work ethic, a high degree of character. We're mutually respectful of each other in our words and our actions. We're inclusive and we're accepting. If you create that kind of culture for your people, then they feel confident and comfortable to give you 100% of who they are. We can work with that. We can grow that. We know who that person is. If you lack some piece of that in your culture, then people will hide pieces of themselves. And you're never going to know if you actually got 100% of that person. So it's extremely difficult to help grow that person. So to me, culture, very, very important. Entrepreneurial attitude, again, you must value your time. It's your greatest commodity. Time and money go where they are best treated in life. Okay, we are at the point here now where if you want to exit, the survey will pop up for you. If you fill that out, that's saying, hey, I want to be considered to maybe be contacted about coming in and having a one-on-one with Tony or one of the senior managers. I've got some questions, I've got answers, and I want some clarity. Happy to do that. For us, we want you, if selected, to be part of the work family. And the only way that that works is if we're all on the same page and we all understand expectations on both sides of it. So I appreciate your time today very much. I wish you luck in the process. I'll leave this on for about 60 seconds, give you a chance to log out. And then, like I said, fill out the survey. Would love to be able to have a conversation with you and see where we go from there. Thank you so much. Have a great day.